Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today's video is another episode of Weekly Watches. 11 this week, so quite a lot this week. This is my second time actually attempting to record this. So let's hope we get through this quicker than my last attempt. So yeah, I'm just going to get cracked on straight away and yep, I'll probably stop in between to mention a few things. But yep, I'll get straight on, otherwise it'll be forever. First up, the last choice from the previous week's Watch Pile episode, and that is Tron Legacy, the sequel to 1980 whatever, maybe early 80s Tron, which I'm of the opinion of is a film of its time, was groundbreaking at the time, but is now very dated to me, obviously because of what I've grown up with. I just think it looks a bit crap. It doesn't hold up, I don't think. This one, obviously, you've got a lot more stuff. You've got CGI, special effects, all that. And I think I like the story with this one a bit more. Jeff Bridges returning, Bruce Boxleitner from the first one returning. Got Garrett Hedlund, who plays his son, Jeff Bridges' son. You have got Olivia Wilde, Michael Sheen. Good cast. Good sci-fi fantasy film. I wanted to give this a watch before the new one comes out in October. And yeah, really enjoyed this one. As I said, not a huge fan of the original, so it wasn't hard to beat this. But yeah, really like Tron Legacy. That was my first watch of the week. Next up, from 2001. Before I talk about this, I'll say Sam over at Sammy G's World of Cinema. Go check him out. I'll try and put his link down in the description. I'm sure everyone already follows Sam already though. He's been on a bit of an American comedy kick recently. And I would say that's definitely one of my favourite subgenres, specifically like the noughties. Because I just love that era of comedy. There's a lot of my favourite comedy films come from that era. This is now probably going to go up there with them because I loved this film, and I love it even more because I've watched the film later in the week, and you'll know why when I explain, which has kind of made me love this film even more now. It's from the director of Big Daddy, and it stars Jason Biggs, Steve Zahn, Jack Black and Amanda Peet, and it is Saving Silverman. This is the Mill Creek release from America, but it is, although it does say region A, it is region free. It will play on all players. This follows Darren, played by Jason Biggs, and his two friends, played by Jack Black and Steve Zahn. They've been friends since they were really young, and then all of a sudden Amanda Peet's character enters the picture and is in a relationship with Darren, and she's cold-hearted. She's a bitch, basically. She doesn't want Darren to have anything to do with his friends because she thinks that they're morons and aren't good enough for him. They have their own Neil Diamond tribute act. This is where it comes in, what I was talking about. And they're huge fans of Neil Diamond, and these two are trying to find every possible way to try and split these two apart, even going as far to, well, they accidentally bump into his high school sweetheart, who's about to become a nun, and they're trying to basically get them together because they know that they belong together, but she is going to do whatever it takes to get them to stay away and have him all to herself. And it's really funny. As I said, Neil Diamond has an excellent cameo at the end of this. Really funny in this. R. Lee Ermey, who you may know as being the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket, has a really great small performance as their high school football coach. He's really funny in this. It's just a really funny film. A lot of humour that they couldn't use nowadays just because of what it is. But I had a blast with this. Really funny. And if you've not seen this, highly recommend checking it out. That's Saving Silverman. Next up, from 1977, we have one that Tony suggested as in the Watch Pile episode a few weeks back now, and that is The Car, which came off of the back of the success of Jaws. And yes, I would say this is a poor man's Jaws. It's entertaining, it's average, it's not bad, it's not great. It's watchable, it's entertaining. Like I said, James Brolin's good in it. It's basically the same plot as Jaws, just insert a killer car instead. It's in a small village in Utah, and this car is attacking all of the residents of this village, trying to kill them. So yeah, it does basically the exact same that Jaws did. It's even Universal, I think, that released this. They must have just been high on the success of Jaws and wanted to try and replicate it. I don't know how much of a success this was at the time. It's one that, yeah, I'd probably keep this in the collection and give it a watch again. It wasn't awful at all. Like I said, I didn't hate it. I thought it was entertaining. It's only an hour and a half, so it passed by quite quickly. But yeah, I would say if I'm going to watch a film like this, I'd choose Jaws over this. But there's nothing to say that I won't pick this up again in the future and put it on to watch. So yeah, that's The Car. And next up, another recommendation from Tony. He recommended this. I think I asked him, like, underrated British films or something a few weeks back now, and he listed this one. I ordered it, and I watched it last week, and I can now say I love this film. Probably one of my first highlights of the week, that and Saving Silverman for sure. And it's a film called Local Hero, starring Burt Lancaster, Peter Riegert, Peter Capaldi, Dennis Lawson, who you'll probably know as playing Wedge Antilles in the original Star Wars trilogy, and Jenny Seagrove as well. And it's about an oil company in America, and the big honcho is played by Burt Lancaster, and he basically sends Peter Riegert's character out to this Scottish village. He's accompanied by Peter Capaldi's character, who is obviously just helping him in the area because he's Scottish himself. And they go to this small village because he wants to try and basically buy the village and put a refinery in the village, an oil refinery. Burt Lancaster's character, that is. But whilst he's there, he kind of falls in love with the village and the people, and yeah, it's just a really lovely, heartwarming, uplifting comedy from the early 80s. Burt Lancaster, although a small role, is great in this. It's a Bill Forsyth film, who I believe also directed Gregory's Girl, which I've told is fantastic, so I need to get my hands on a copy of that one as well. Yeah, just a really nice watch, and I definitely recommend checking this one out if you haven't seen it, because it's just an easy watch, and I honestly can't see anyone not liking this one, because it's just a really good film. That's Local Hero. Next up, one I'm not going to go into too much, because I spoke about it in my most recent Watch Pile episode, and that's The Princess Bride from 1987, a Rob Reiner film. Tim chose this one, and excellent pick, I must say, Tim. As I said in my video, I loved this film. It is now going to go into like my classic / favourite films part of my collection, because it's one I can see watching quite a lot because I just really liked it. You've got Robin Wright, Cary Elwes, Chris Sarandon, who else we got? We got Mandy Patinkin, we got Andre the Giant, Christopher Guest, Wallace Shawn, Peter Falk, Carol Kane, Billy Crystal, some great comedic actors in this, and it's a great fantasy adventure, cheesy comedy, perfectly done, excellent costumes, really good balance of humour, and yeah, really like this one. If you want to know my more thoughts on this, go back, watch the Watch Pile episode. Whilst you're there as well, I'll say, if you haven't already, let me know what you would like me to watch next week from shelf number 2. You can pick from the choices from shelf 2. So far, I think we've got 5? Yeah, there's 5 been chosen so far. So go back, put down in the comment section what you want me to review, and as I always try and do, I will try and watch whatever anyone picks in that week, even if it doesn't get chosen to be reviewed for the Watch Pile episode. But yeah, thank you to Tim again for choosing The Princess Bride. Next up, I rewatched this one, should I say. I wasn't huge on it the first time, but this was chosen a few months ago now for the Watch Pile episode, the second one, and because I needed to have this kind of fresh in my mind before I went on to that one, I decided to rewatch this one, and I'll hopefully get onto the second one this week. But that's Kill Bill Volume 1, Quentin Tarantino's 4th film, which is pretty decent. Good, like, callback to, like, your martial arts exploitation films of the 70s. Uma Thurman, obviously, Lucy Liu, Vivica A. Fox, David Carradine as Bill. You got Sonny Chiba in this, Michael Parks, Daryl Hannah, Michael Madsen. And yeah, I like this a lot more on a rewatch. Still not my favourite Tarantino film. Definitely others I would put above this. Probably still my least favourite, if I'm being honest with you. But Tarantino is an excellent director, and I still think this is a good film. I think the martial arts is great in this. Just the choreography, the whole style of it, especially the starting in black and white, and then the big fight sequence in black and white as well. Personally, and I know you can get this somehow, I would have preferred to see this and the second one spliced together and had a longer film. This, I don't mind it being like, because it's shorter, easier to watch if you don't like it as much as me, but maybe it would be a better film if it was in whole, not in half. But yeah, still decent Tarantino film, and I'm glad that I rewatched it. Then next up, one that I believe Stuart picked and someone else that I can't remember. Sorry, but someone else mentioned this as well. Might have been Tim. Said it was great. That's Martin Scorsese's The King of Comedy from '82, I believe. Obviously starring the great Robert De Niro and Jerry Lewis. I can definitely see now, having seen this, why this inspired the Joker. Very similar sort of story. You got a wannabe comedian played by Robert De Niro who idolizes this late night talk show host played by Jerry Lewis, to the point where he's a bit psychotic, a bit crazy, does things that he shouldn't do, and it gets more and more throughout the film. Very, very, very reminiscent of Joker, I will say. But really good Martin Scorsese film. Glad that I watched it. We'll definitely be watching this one again, and yeah, definitely recommend this if you've not seen it. That's The King of Comedy. And then this is probably, is this my last? Yeah, I'll say this is my last highlight of the week that I urge people to watch. And that is Neil Diamond in The Jazz Singer, also starring Laurence Olivier. Just a fantastic film. And after watching this, like I said, I appreciated Saving Silverman even more. I've been listening to Neil Diamond's music since watching this a lot. It's just a great, great film. Neil Diamond gets a lot of flack for his performance in this because he isn't an actor. This was the only real thing that he ever acted in. But I just love the story. It's basically about, excuse me, a cantor, a Jewish cantor. His father is also a well-respected cantor in New York. But Neil Diamond, he wants to be a singer. He wants to make it big. His father doesn't agree with it. He goes off to LA to try and make his dreams come true. And yeah, it's based on the true story of Al Jolson, which I believe is shown in the first talkie film of the same name in I want to say it's 27 or 29. That came out with Al Jolson, I think. And you got some great songs in this. You've got America, Love on the Rocks, Hello Again. Really great film this is. You've got Lucy Arnaz in this, who is Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz's child. And yeah, really great film. Happy crying in bits, especially towards the end, and it takes a lot to get me emotional in a film. But yeah, I was quite emotional during this, and really, really liked it. So if you've not seen this, and it sounds like your thing, I urge you to give it a watch, because I don't think you'll be disappointed. It was an excellent film, excellent watch, and again, another one of my highlights of the week. That's The Jazz Singer. Next up, we have another one. I can't remember again who chose this, but from the watch pile from the last week, starring Jack O'Connell. It is 71, about a British soldier sent with his troop to sort out during the Troubles in Northern Ireland and Belfast in the early 70s. He unfortunately gets separated from his unit and has to try and fight to survive and get back to his unit over the course of a night, I think it is, whilst the IRA are basically searching for him to kill him. Really good film, really tense. Jack O'Connell's great. You've got Sean Harris in this, who's always good. Richard Dormer. Barry Keoghan's in this as well, got a small role in this. Just seeing if anyone else's name. Yeah, those are like kind of the main ones. But yeah, really good film. Really like this one. If you like your British 70s type films, war with a bit of war chucked in it. Give this one a go. Don't think you'd be disappointed. Really interested in this one. That's 71. And next up, one I'm a bit on the fence of whether or not to keep, because I don't know whether I liked it or not. And that is You Don't Mess with the Zohan. I say I don't know if I like this is because now, watching this now, in the time that we're at, yes, you've got to take comedy for what it is, but this was only like, what, 15 years ago? It wasn't even that long ago, just over 15 years ago this came out. And it's about, I'm not going to go into it, but if you've seen it, you know the controversy I'm probably thinking about, with two certain places fighting each other now. And that kind of echoes through in this, obviously, but comedically. You've also got, Rob Schneider's basically trying to play, I think he's trying to play Palestinian cab driver, yeah, which is a bit, and he's not very good either. It's not that funny. I will say it's not that funny at all. I didn't laugh that much. I just thought it was too crude. The jokes kind of felt a bit flat for me. It's weird because it's the same director as Saving Silverman as well, who also did Big Daddy. But I just don't know. I just didn't like this that much, I shall say. So I'm very much on the fence of whether or not I am going to keep this one. But yeah, I've seen it now. So yeah, that's You Don't Mess with the Zohan. And finally, I thought I'd give Roy's pick a watch, should I say, so he knows what I thought about it. And that was obviously The Flowers of War with Christian Bale. And this is a brilliant film. So two for two now, Roy. So very good. What did you pick for next week? Life is Beautiful, yeah. So it could be 3 for 3. You could be back on a winning streak, Roy. But this is set just before war has broken, 1937. And Japanese troops are flooding the city of Nanking. And it's about these schoolgirls, and also the 13 flowers, who are basically Chinese courtesans, and Christian Bale's character, who is a mortician, I believe. They all come to this church for Haven, whilst the Japanese troops are invading. They've been promised protection. They've been promised that the Japanese troops cannot come in. But then something happens, and Christian Bale's got to step up and try and help them. And really beautiful film, really good war film. Really like this. Christian Bale's excellent. Just love the way that the story progressed in this, and visually it's a beautiful film. Yeah, just really like this one, Roy. So, excuse me, got a bit of hiccups today. Really recommend this if you've not seen it. And thank you, Roy, for choosing this one, because this one will definitely be staying in the collection. So that's everything I've watched this week. Like I said, if you've not yet chosen anything for this week's watch pile, you've still got time. So let me know down in the comment section below. The more the better, because that gives me more stuff to watch. Because I've still got 2 things to watch from last week, because we had so many picked. Which I'm always grateful for, because then it doesn't make it as hard for me to decide what I'm going to watch with the amount of titles that I've got. So yeah, let me know on that video, the comments of that video, what you want me to review and watch. Also, so we have got the stream back up again tomorrow at 7:30 Monday. We're going to be joined again. Sam's back this week. We should hopefully have Roy back this week as well. James is coming back this week, and Jodie as well. And we are going to do the quiz that I had prepared for last week this week. And the special thing about this week is everyone that is participating in the quiz hasn't yet won a quiz, but has been involved in one. So I'm thinking possibly what we could do, might be fun, excuse me, whoever wins this week's quiz will then go forward, and we'll go with Andy and Pete, and we'll do a quiz of the champions, basically, and see who wins that one. And then we'll just go back. We might continue quiz if people still want to see the quiz, or we might go back to what we were doing before and just having a chat, doing comments, a bit like we did last week, me and James, which was a lot of fun, even though it didn't go on for too long. It won't be a mega long one tomorrow, purely because I've got to be up early and out, so I'm going to need some sleep, so still probably go on for 3 hours, you know what we're like, or maybe even 4, but I'm hoping that it doesn't go on too late because I do have to get up early, as I'm sure everyone else does. But anyway, that's enough babbling. That is it for this video. Let me know if you've seen any of those in the comments below and what you think of them. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel. And comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I always take the time to get back to anyone that leaves me a comment because I really do appreciate it. And that is it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.